Welcome back to the Face of Music podcast. It's your boy Emanuel Brown and
Sarey.
Sarey. Yeah, that's what he does. Anyways, hey, shout out to our sponsor, Lemon Perfect.
Are we going? What?
Full of flavor, no sugar.
Right.
Drink more lemons. I got the OG lemon here. Which one you got?
Peach raspberry.
It's not a secret.
Shake me.
Yeah, we shake it up.
Just like that. Okay, and then cheers me.
Cheers.
Sit me up, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yes. So we actually have a special audience member today,
Yes.
Natalie from iHeartRadio, and also shout out to Robert from
Yes.
Fibonacci Studios.
Yes.
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 Woo!
Wow, we got a round of applause. Are we special?
We don't need a fucking laugh track. We are the laugh. Who does that sound like? All right.
You?
No.
Oh.
So today
Today.
we are going to be talking about something very intimate. So prepare yourselves. Keep your legs closed.
Yours are closed.
Rightfully so.
Mine are not. That doesn't mean anything.
What? I looked straight between his legs when he said that. I don't know why. So we're going to talk about pursuing music while being in a committed relationship. Now,
Okay.
for you bitches that don't know, he and I are both married. We don't really post about our life,
No.
right? And
Stay out of it.
that's by choice.
Yes.
However, it doesn't come without its bruises.
Ooh.
And it doesn't come without its obstacles.
Mhm.
It doesn't come without a little sacrifice. Well, actually, no, not a little, a lot.
Mhm.
A lot of sacrifice.
Absolutely.
So,
Honey, I love you.
love you too.
Before we get into this.
I love
you.
I love your wife and I love my husband. I love
love
both
your
of
husband.
them. Do you?
I do.
Mm.
He's a good man.
Is he?
He's a good man.
You think he's a good man?
I do.
Because I think he's a fantastic man. That's you should go into it like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You're a fantastic man.
Thank
Eli.
you. So, okay, let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Let's get into it.
Spill
So my husband and I have been together for.
Oh, we're doing that.
We're not gonna go like all the way deep.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
okay,
giving a little
okay.
context for the viewers.
Uh-huh.
So my husband and I have been together for 9 years in August
Mm.
2023. Thank you. Yeah, we've lasted a long time. I don't know how many years that is in straight people years, but it's a long ass time.
There's a difference between straight and gay years?
Oh yeah.
So what's straight people years and gay years? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Is it like dog years?
I don't know. I've heard it before and I ran with it because I feel like it's true.
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was just something I bumped into and I really liked it, so I ran with it.
He digests, I digresses.
So we had been together for a long time,
Mhm,
and at the beginning when we were together, like I had just graduated high school. I was doing music already, but it's definitely not at the same like level as I am right now. So it was more so like I was dipping my feet in the water. And it's been like it's difficult. It's a difficult thing to balance.
Why?
And then bitch, I was gonna get there. So anyway, it's a difficult thing to balance because I feel like if you're not a part of the entertainment industry, it's hard for you to understand.
Absolutely.
It's just hard to understand.
Absolutely.
So like, and let's just get into. I wanted to ask you before we kind of like just go deep in there.
Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing with us.
Before we start a pot.
Yes, exactly. How long have you and your partner been together?
A long fucking time. Like 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
Where were you in your music career then compared to now? Because I kind of talked about it just a little bit.
That's crazy. So when me and my wife met, hello honey, she's probably never gonna watch this, but hello, she might surprise me, but we met at a stage in my career when there was no career. I was just like every other rapper.
Oh my God, Emanuel Brown never had a career?
No.
Wow.
I was just like another rapper. like every other rapper who just is like, I'm a rapper.
Hey,
I
okay.
rap. And then like, you know, you just like rap. And
Let's
like
go SoundCloud.
people's fucking like, yeah, no, not even SoundCloud. Like,
Oh, not even
like
Sound.
not even. I was just like
Damn.
on somebody's hard drive type shit. Be like, yo, let's go record. And then we would just like record in like people's closets and shit.
Not
That
you
was it.
coming out the closet.
Absolutely. Slide that bitch open. Holding that mic. Rapping. So like that's like where we was at. And then like, so she was there from like the beginning. Like when I was like, I'm gonna be the biggest rapper in the world type shit. She'd be like, oh, okay. And then like years of her not saying it, she'd be like, you're gonna be what? You're gonna do what? So like, and then like it's crazy now to see it like now where she's like, oh yeah, you need to go do this? Oh yeah, bye.
Really?
Yeah, she'd be like, bye, go do what you can do.
We're with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's never been, but it's like that now.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It wasn't always like that though.
No.
'Cause
No.
My husband is the same way. Like my husband, he is also very supportive. Like my husband,
He really is.
He really is supportive.
really
like
is.
when we were doing KSC, I say this all the time. When we were doing
Yeah.
KSC, he was there at every single studio session.
Yep. He
For
sat
hours.
there for 6 hours.
And then he would go to
Yeah.
rehearsals.
Yep.
And then he came to every single show and watched my merch.
Yep. He sure did.
And I feel very like blessed to have that because I just feel like you don't meet people like that who are just as invested in you as they are with what they have going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and let's be clear, that's not always a bad thing that your partner may not be like 100% invested in what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just some things may be for them and some may
not be. Right. And I think, well,
we're going to get to the spice because like we being like cordial
right.
now. Right. We're going to heat that bitch up real
I just
quick.
feel like it's been really good. I think that the more he's around, the more he like gets it.
Yeah.
The more he talks to like you guys and the crew, the more he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's it doesn't come, like I said earlier before we even started this podcast, filming this, like it doesn't come without some sacrifices, some compromises. And sometimes those compromises do not happen.
Nope.
And it causes, bluntly, tension.
Absolutely.
And
problems.
And like people,
Arguments.
Damn. All right. So like like there's been like a couple of shows where I will go and like my husband and I just like had to like put an argument on hold, you know, and then I have to go to a show and just like pretend everything's okay. And that's just so hard for me though. And what my husband and I argue about, no one's business.
Absolutely not. So stay the fuck out of his business.
Right. However, comma, if you will,
semicolon.
Shut. Semicolon. So, but yeah, I mean, it comes with its own things. Like, I think in the beginning when we were first dating, I think it was a little bit harder for him to understand. And I also, you know, I also try to understand and be in his shoes, you know, because I think that's hard to do. But I also think it's very mature,
right,
to try to understand where other people are coming from and not always allude to the fact of, oh, they're just hating or they're jealous.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to do that. And with my husband, like the music industry is very male dominated. So like, I don't blame my husband for thinking certain ways because he doesn't know better.
Right. Yeah. It's like a saying one of my closest friends said to me, when you don't know better, it's okay. But when you know better, do better.
Do better. Yeah.
Yeah. And
so, you know, like I used to be the type of person where, you know, I would get really insecure around other men too if I had a partner. But like,
yes, you would.
Oh my God. But now I feel better. You know, I feel better because we're married. So that's like a whole different depth of like trust. But you know, like we're still working through that. Like if I'm just being completely honest, I mean, it is Face the Music.
Yeah.
Like we're still working through those things because I see men and most of the people I meet in the music industry are men. Whether they're queer and trans or not, I don't ask. It's none of my business.
Right.
But it's the simple fact of like, I try to understand, okay, like, you know, it must feel like you're getting all this attention. you know, like, and I get a lot of attention. It's kind of weird. How I look at it, I get a lot of attention from women on social media, but in real life, when I go to shows, it's more the men. Like men are
Hmm.
the ones who come out to me. Men are the ones who are like
Yeah.
really like who
Yeah.
are being intimate with me, not like that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
more
Yeah.
personable. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And so like sometimes my husband will see it and like it'll like change his whole demeanor.
Oh God,
Yeah, I
we got to
know.
get to that.
I
Oh
know, but
man,
we'll
oh
get to that.
man.
But I just wanted to
Yeah.
leave the viewers with that's a little bit of what I experienced. Can you please just fucking. Why am I already tired, you guys? Like, what's going on? I think it's because I drank and got high last night.
It's fire.
Yeah, I mixed. Anyway, so this is about you, so hurry the fuck up.
No. Anyways, for me, like my wife is like, you know how people like say they believe in you, right? And then
Right.
when you start doing shit, they're like, I don't know if that's gonna like work type shit. This was my wife in the beginning, right? Because like you have to understand, like, and if I'm just being honest,
Oh, you
she
weren't
was-
honest before?
shut up. So I'm just being honest. She would see me for years, like say I want to do music, and then I wouldn't, right? For years. Like I mean, like maybe 4 years straight.
This was you.
Me. Yeah, I'd be like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna do music, I'm gonna do blah blah blah.
I'm gonna go fuck this shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck this shit up, blah blah blah.
Right now.
Nothing.
Right about now. Don't
Nothing.
sue us for that, by the way. Oops. Sorry.
Nothing. I wouldn't do nothing.
Yes.
Right. So like then when I really did start getting serious, right? and like 2014, right? And like I started meeting people and started like really doing stuff. Like she'd be like, like I don't know, because like I sort of created that doubt in her mind from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
I had to realize that in the beginning, like it was sort of my fault that she didn't like believe. But one thing I learned was like the more results I started to get, like the more that belief went up.
Okay.
Like more and more. But
Yeah.
with that said, right? You know, we know, I speak to everyone in the room here. We know, right? When you're an artist, when you're doing a business, when you work at iHeartRadio, whatever, right? Your career is almost as important as your relationship, if not even more. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna feel like they're getting 100% of your time.
No.
It's impossible. Like I can't give 100% of my time to my music and 100% of my time to my wife. Like those worlds just don't exist.
They don't collide often either.
They never collide, right? Because it's like if I give 100% to my music, then my wife's gonna feel like out of it. And then if I don't give 100% to my music, or I get 100% to my wife, I'm gonna feel like I'm not giving my all to what I'm trying to accomplish, right? And then if there's nothing happening, then I'm like, well, you're not even doing shit anyways, right? So there's that. A lot of partners don't understand. They're like, well, you're not even really making like shit happen. It's like, well, you're not letting me. How can I make shit shake if like I can't go do what I need to do to make shit shake?
I almost just choked on my saliva, bitch.
Beautiful.
What?
I'm just playing.
And then he proceeds to touch me. Like, don't touch me. Oh, no, you. Just kidding.
I'm dead. But anyways, so there's that. And then like one thing I had to deal with a lot, I know you were talking about like the show thing and like people like talking to you, men, right? With me, I realized like I have a very jealous partner when it comes to like women, right? Not because, this is what she says. She says, I trust you, I don't trust them. Which is cool, but...
Oh, no.
But at the same time, face the music. At the same time, right? If you trust me, you should know that I'm not going to do nothing to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, if I have fans or family, as I like to call them, family.
Okay. All right.
Go with it, motherfucker.
Oh, do you guys hear this? Am I like?
So he can just talk to me crazy like that, but then when you see the shit he be on. Anyways, we digress.
We digest.
So like, if I've had instances where it's like, you know, a female fan will be like, "Hey, your music's fire," blah blah blah, and I'll be like, "Hey, thank you," right? And like, you know, my lady, like, this is my password, this is my phone, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? She'll just pick my shit up sometime, just go like, do, and then she'll be like,
what?
She'll see like a DM, she'll be like, "The fuck is this?"
What?
And I'll be like, "What you mean?"
I'm actually pretty shooketh.
Why?
Eli has never done that to me.
Really?
I was gonna try really hard not to say his name, and there I go saying his name. But there's a lot of Eli's in the world, so fuck it.
Yeah.
He's never done that to me. Like, he's never gone through my phone like that. Like, he knows my passwords though.
Yeah.
Well, that's just in case I die before he does, and he needs to leak all my music. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
That should be an episode we should talk about. Will we leak our music?
Yes.
Anyways, so
Bitch.
like she,
Bitch.
so she sees like a fan, you know, she's like, "Hey, like, you know, love your music, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Hey, I appreciate you, thank you, blah blah blah," and then and then she would say, "Why is this conversation still going on?" And I'd be like, "What you mean?"
I'm not gonna lie, I feel very uncomfortable having this conversation on camera. But
why? You wanted to do it? We here now.
I know.
We here now,
I kinda
baby.
regret it though. Like,
why?
I kind of regret it.
Why?
Well, because I mean, I regret it because I know myself. So like, I know I might say something I'm not supposed to say. But it hasn't happened yet.
But you won't though. I know you won't.
Okay. You trust me.
I do. That's why we're having this conversation.
Exactly.
But anyways,
this is a very intimate.
This is what it's supposed to be, right?
It is.
This is what it's supposed to be. We want people to know what it's like on our side.
Yeah.
Right? Being married.
Well,
right?
This is actually a good lesson too. Like, it's face the music, but even sometimes we will get uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And it's like, so she sees it, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, she's just talking about music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, you can cut that conversation shorter. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Hey, thanks. Fuck off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? But I also understand too, like, right? You know, like, I know what it can look like, but if I know it's not that, and she knows it's not that, and there's that trust that I was talking about before, right? And then one thing I what's the word I'm looking for? One thing I advise any artist, any person in any business type, anything. If you're in a relationship and your partner is doing something, right? And they're doing something, they're keeping it honest with you. You have to understand the bigger that it gets for said person, the more attention they're gonna get. So you're tripping over a fan. Right. One.
Numero
uno. What's gonna happen when it becomes like 10 million?
Right, and all these girls are commenting on your fucking IG talking about, like, and the blogs that will fucking like speculate about everything.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, I think one thing that's really important too is like, I always tell my wife, you know, I come home to you every night.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Powerful.
What are we talking about?
It's not words, it's actions.
Yeah.
And that's the action.
Yeah.
Which should be just as important as your word.
So
no, it should be more important.
Yeah. Did I spill enough?
I think you like went in there, like it was definitely giving like yogi tea,
Yogi tea?
Yeah.
Never had it. I drink black tea.
Makes sense. So
why? Because I'm black? Is that what the fuck you're saying?
Stop it. Stop. It's Pacific. It's at the time of filming. Bitch. At the time of filming, it's
Pacific Islander Month, right?
No, Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Excuse me.
Right. So you can't do that to me. It's literally my month. It's the month of my people. So don't play with me. Wait until February. All right. I get my month.
Okay.
So stop. Okay. Anyway, no, we're trolling. If you don't know. If you don't know.
If you don't know, 9 episodes in right now that we're trolling.
And if you don't know, now you
know. Nigga.
Natalie. So, yeah, like Eli and I have our like quirks,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what's really important is what you said, which is the trust piece.
Mm.
Like I've heard Eli say similar things about what your wife has said about like, it's not you, it's the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that sentiment. And I also think like being in a relationship with an entertainer is not for everybody.
It's not.
It's really not.
It's not. It's hard.
It is. It's very hard. And that's why I try to understand Eli. Because I try to think, how would I feel if I was always getting the attention of guys all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not warranted. Like, because when I'm at shows, like, that's the appropriate time to, like, give that attention. But, like, even then, there's layers to that. Because I feel like there's the attention, and then there's, like, having respect.
Yeah.
Well,
I think one thing, too, that both of our partners do well, let's give them their flowers, right?
Yes, of course.
Is when we do shows and they come, right?
Yeah.
They get to see how we handle people who may, like, go a little too far.
Yeah.
Who are respectful, who are just like shy.
It just so happens every time Eli has been to a show, there's always a guy that goes too far. There's always a guy that goes too far. Yeah, there's always a guy who's always doing the most with where his hand placement is and all that stuff. And Eli's just...
Natalie's face right now. I can't. It's fucking hilarious right now.
And Eli will be at the back of the venue.
For the people who can't see her face is like...
And he'll be at the back of the venue, like you could tell, like he's furious, but he's like holding it. And then the car, I know the car ride home, it's gonna be a long night.
So how do you deal with that, right? Like how do you deal with things that you can't control, and you have to tell your partner, like, hey, like,
it sucks because I don't want to say get used to it, because I like to think that I have some sort of control. Like, for example, if like, hypothetically speaking, if all of us stop talking to each other, the five of us stop talking to each other, and then the fans would be like, "Fuck you! Like you did Sarey wrong." I would be like, "Please don't do that."
Yeah.
Please, because that's just gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Like let us handle this the way that we want to handle this. But that's not always the case. You can't control people. You can't control how people act or what they say or what they do. Now that being said, Eli also knows that I'm a little flirtatious, so maybe I think that sometimes it is my fault if I'm just really being transparent. Sometimes I do think it's my fault because I like the attention of men.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's hard when a guy is complimenting you, right? And, well, not for you, bitch. But when a guy is complimenting me and they're like, oh, you look good, it's hard to be, why would I respond like, fuck you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't do that. Like, even if I know that even if I know they're gonna go there, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. So it's like, if a guy is like, hey, and then they hug me and then their hands go below my waist, it's like, all right.
Yeah, to your ass cheek. They're trying to cuff your cheeks and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
And then I have to get like real, like, bro-y. But, for the most part, I don't have to do that. But what's crazy though is when it does happen, it's artists that do that to me. It's not really fans who do that to me. It's crazy. The fans have respect. It's the artists, the male artists who come out to me and then they hug me and it's like, okay, dude, I'm fine.
I mean, I think.
What do you think?
I think it's very honorable of you to admit, like, you do have your moments too, because like in the beginning too, like when I was first like networking, I had my moments too. Like I remember my wife went to a show with me, like my first show I ever did here in the state when I moved here.
It wasn't Columbia City, was it?
No. It was it was almost as worse as that, but
oh, that's not bueno. Well, we're gonna have to get into that later.
Yeah, we'll have to get into that later. But basically, so I go to the show. It's me and my wife, like another friend of ours, and like 3 other of her like female friends. So it's like me and like a whole bunch of women, like walking into this place. Oh my
god,
right?
that's like a guy's dream.
Yeah, well, it's a straight guy's dream too. Like
true.
Like what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Like, the fuck? Like, anyways.
True.
So we walk in there, right, and it's like a little showcase shit. It's like a little. I literally had like 5 minutes.
You went to one of
girl, coast to coast mixtapes. Blah blah blah.
Did you pay?
Huh?
Did you
I
pay?
did. It was a long time ago. I did.
Can I
Never do that again. Ever.
Can I smack this man?
Come on. I deserve it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, all right. Anyways.
I don't want to like get reported. That's fine.
I'm dead. Anyway, so I do my 5 minutes, right? I come in like second place, whatever. Like,
You came in second place?
yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
For coast to coast though. So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Came in second place, right? And then we walk outside. And then there's this female artist, right?
Okay.
And she walks up to me. She was like, "Yo, you're fucking dope, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? We should network." She was like, "Here, take my number." And I was like, "Word, fuck it." So I like took her number. And like, I didn't even like think. In that moment, like my wife's right behind me. She don't know this chick. She don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She just see me taking some woman's number down.
She's just like,
right? So she let it happen. Right? And then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, blah, blah, blah." And then I get in the car, and my friend's in the car with us, and my friend's like, "So, you know you fucked up, right?" Like, that's what she said before my wife said anything. She's like, "You know you fucked up, right?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I'm telling you. And then my wife just was quiet the whole car ride home. So I knew. I knew.
She's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, the silent treatment, girl.
I mean, we actually both are to each other. But then, like, when we be like, "So what's up?" And then it's like, boom, and like Armageddon, right? So like, yeah. So then she was just like, "Yeah, why the fuck would you take her number?"
Oh my God, my vagina.
And I'm just like, "What you talking about? Like, we just networking."
I think I just creamed.
She was like, "Well, you're stupid. Why would you do that? You don't know her." And I was like, "But we're networking." Like what? Like in my mind, like I just wasn't comprehending like what I just did.
Right. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like
the plan isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think sometimes too, like we what the vision we have to grow and to network and to meet a lot of different people, sometimes we forget about how those things look to our partners.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely lose sight of that so much.
Yeah.
So much because I'm so busy thinking about, because I know I have good intentions.
Exactly.
So that's why I always get lost in that.
Exactly.
And sometimes I can be very inconsiderate of him. But this is where the compromise comes, which is just, just communication.
Took the words out of my mouth. Communication.
Eli knows everything. Like, Eli knows that I talk to guys all the time. Eli knows I'm very flirtatious. I wasn't like that when we first met.
I am not flirtatious. Yeah. I do not flirt. I just want to put that shit out there right fucking now.
You're the boringest person I fucking know.
I love it.
Which I don't understand why we decided to do a podcast together, but
he still hangs out with me though.
Yeah,
boring and all.
Well, because I'm waiting for you to pop out so I can say I've been there. So
pop off,
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways.
So I want to be like one of those Seattle musicians that just hops on when it's hot and hops off when it's not. You know,
gotcha.
That's me, you guys.
For sure.
So stay away from me. Psych, bitch, what the fuck? You
should have just ran. You should have just ran with it, and then they'd have been like, oh, "That's the way.
That's the way to do it, you guys.
That's the way to do it."
You know. Suck a little dick to get that promotion, But I'm just joking, please. That's not me. So everything I got, I worked hard for, bitch. I didn't have to open my legs for it. So no shade. But okay, great. So what is it then? What is it? If you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, and you're in the music industry, please have that openness. Yeah. I think for both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, be open-minded on both sides, and also, no matter how much you prepare, you will never be ready.
Nope, never. And always communicate everything.
Yeah.
Everything. From the moment you leave, literally the moment we got here, I text my wife, I'm here in the studio.
I forgot.
You know what I'm saying? Because like that accountability.
I'll wait until we're off camera.
Is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm here at the studio. Hey, I'm leaving here. I'm going here. Hey, I'm going here. Boom, 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 type of shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like too, like one thing I do when my wife wants to be a part of it is I let her in when she wants to be let in. Like if she asks me a question, I'll be like, she's like, yeah, so like, how was the shoot? I'll be like, oh, it's good. Right. But I learned like if she wants to like know more, she'll keep poking it. Going. You know what I'm saying? And like you have to learn your partner and know like what they're looking for from you.
Their love language.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it.
Talk
I
to
mean, because like,
me.
on a positive note, I would like to end on a positive note in this conversation here. I don't think this was negative. I just think
I
it was
don't think it
honest.
was.
But
No.
like my wife helped me like make my website. Like when I first like created my website, she helped me for like 5 hours.
So that's why it
Like
looks the way
try
it
to
looks.
figure it out. Shut the fuck up. My website looks good, bitch. Don't play with me. But
Did you just call me bitch?
yeah. Am I not supposed to call you bitch?
Oh my god. Hashtag cancel Emanuel Brown. He just called me a bitch. You're so fucking
He calls me a
misogynistic.
bitch every day.
Well, that's different. You can handle it.
And you can't?
No. So, on that note,
I'm dead.
what we're both saying is both of you, both partners you need to hold each other accountable to be open during this journey. And I think that it's not for everybody, and
It's
that's
not.
okay. I think that's okay, but I do think that there has to be that conversation. I think it's important to be open. Eli knows everything. Like I mentioned earlier, I've shown Eli like text messages that guys share with me because I have nothing to hide.
Exactly.
Just like you.
Yep.
And I think all musicians who are out there, I feel like if you are not guilty, you shouldn't be afraid.
Nope.
And that's just what it is. If you got something, if you are, right? Like and like you said, know your partner. So if you know your musician partner is acting up or your other partner is acting up and they're not really being themselves, then there's something to be guilty of. But other than that, though, yes, we are trying to make this a very like productive conversation in the way of like honesty.
And the last thing I want to say too is if you are gonna do something like prime example, like the All the Vibe show that you were a part of, my set. Thank you. You did great.
Yes. Oh my
gosh, he popped his pussy for people that loved it. Right?
I went down.
He did. He went down. No, she wasn't. She wasn't there. I don't think she was there.
Okay, she'll be for the next one though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But so I brought roses.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my god.
I brought roses.
That was
right?
so wholesome.
Right.
By the way.
So I brought roses, right, and I handed them out to like a lot of like the women in the front row.
But why did you give it to men though? What if a man wants a rose?
A guy did take a rose. Like 2 dudes took a rose. Like
I want to know your name.
2 dudes was like pushing like some women out the side to grab a rose. She was hella crazy.
I want to know their names.
You really want this crusty ass rose that damn bad, my dog? Like,
why are you giving out crusty ass roses to women?
Well, they weren't crusty ass roses. They were just been out. Remember, because it was like hot in there. So like it just.
I want to know who those men are later, because
I got you. I got you. But so like I brought all these single roses, and I remember I was asking you, and I was asking Mose. I was like, hey, like I'm gonna bring some like single roses, but I want to bring a bundle for like my wife because my wife came to the show.
I went to the store with you to get them.
Yeah, you were with me at the store. He was helping me like pick them out. We was picking the colors, what it means, and all that shit. So then like.
Just girly
I'm giving like, single ones out to people in the front row, and then like my wife's in the crowd, and then I go and give her the bundle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the small things. It's like if you're gonna do something that may cause problems, at least do it for your partner as well, right? And show them that like, hey, like just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you also.
You, yes.
And how this will look for you also. So yeah.
Wow, this has been such a great conversation. Like, I really enjoyed this.
Me too.
And, sorry, I feel like my nipples are showing, but it's fine.
Yeah, like you got like nipples that are like hard as a fucking cement or something.
I'm pretty sure I'm an A cup. Oh, guys, I'm pretty sure I'm an A cup. But I'm also sweating, so on that note, we have to end this shit.
I can't.
Because I don't want to be in front of the camera when I'm sweating. So thank you for this conversation.
Thank you.
Of course. And also thank you to everyone who if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you just skipped over it, that's okay too.
Yeah, just go back and watch it again or watch half, leave a comment. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
And don't forget, we drop episodes every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode.
Shout out to Fibonacci Studios, Robert Ironman, Natalie.
Yeah. We love you. We love everybody so much. Thank you so much for watching us. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Like this.